about physiology, neuroscience, behavior, economics, and performance science. This is the same thinking used by elite athletes, top entrepreneurs, and high achievers. How to achieve anything? Number one thing is extreme clarity beats talent. So, a Harvard study said that people with the clear specific goals perform 33% better than those who vague goals. Okay, so you have to be very extreme clear about anything you are doing. Okay, so extreme clarity going to beat the talent. So the, you have to be very clear and specific goals that is going to perform. So you have to very extremely clear about whatever you want to do and you are trying to do. So extreme clarity you should have. Okay, why it works? Because your brain is a goal seeking machine. Okay, the vagueness create confusion. You have lots of the confusion when you don't have a clear goals. Clarity is a highly important here, and if you don't have a clear, you have the more confusion, like on that way no actions. Okay, so suppose you just like saying that I want to be successful with the same things. I want to make 2 crore revenue in 12 months with the X product from the Y audience. So clarity reduce the decision fatigue and increase the execution speed. So you must have a clarity. Number one purpose is you want to be very highly successful. You have to be very clear about everything. Okay, so you should have very clarity, right? So clarity going to reduce your overthinking, your fatigue. Second option is your identity control your results. Okay, so Stanford physiologist Carol Dweck mindset theory says, and James Clear behavior identity loop says, you do not rise to your goals. You do not rise to your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. So if your identity equal to I am trying, that meaning inconsistent action. If your identity is like I am this type of the person and who execute daily, that is meaning you are result oriented person. So there are the two types of the you can make the execution like yes I so, and secondly you can focus on having the identity version of you. Okay, so if you having the identity version of you, you can have more clarity. You can have the more clarity with the identity version of you. So even third point is dopamine is the real motivation. So motivation doesn't create action, action create motivations. Okay, so this is very highly important thing. So motivation doesn't create any action, action create the motivation. So waiting to feel motivated is biologically incorrect. Now, start with a 2 minute action. Small wins is dopamine, momentum is discipline. Okay, so momentum beats motivation. Fourth point that I want to talk about, that system wins, willpower loses. So always remember that if you are building anything, you have to have top level of the system that is going to win. You don't feel like a system is going to be very automatically. You have to be very good at that. People who succeed don't have more willpower; they have better environment, better system. Remove friction from good habits, add friction to bad habits. So phone in the another room is focus increased by 40%. Focus on the one thing at one time. So Stanford University called multitasking reduce your productivity by 40%. So if you're doing multitasking, so your productivity going to reduce by the over 40%. So stop multitasking, focus on one task at a time. This is going to focus on the one thing at a time, going to increase your success level, your achievement level. Okay, so you cannot multitask everything at the same time. You can focus only on a one thing at a certain time. So focus on the one thing at a time, another thing at a time. So focus one thing same time, not say everything at the same time. So what is the one that makes everything else easier is irrelevant. So focus one fact, not everything. Sixth point is repetition is directly proportional to intensity. Your repetition means your consistency with your work is going to highly important for your success, for your achievement. So 1 hour of the daily work for 365 days beat 10 hour of the work once a week. So if you are going to gym, you have to go to gym consistently every day, not like you are going to gym the weekly one day. Your consistency matter a lot in your success, in your goal. So number one things I have shared with you, clarity. You have to be very clear about your goals, your purpose, your mission. So clarity you should have. Second point is your willpower is not that much important. That much important is your purpose. Your purpose should be very strong, very important. Third is your action is important, not the waiting for motivation. Your dopamine is important, and when you do your work, your action, then release the dopamine, and that dopamine convert the momentum, and then momentum convert your more motivation. So you have not to stop yourself to wait for motivation. You have to take the action, and then that action going to convert your momentum. That momentum convert your motivation, and that going to convert your energy, and then you are going to beat that. Seventh point is your feedback loop are non-negotiable. You have to ask for feedback with your friend, with everyone around you. You have to think for feedback. Feedback going to improve your mature, your adjustment, your repeat cycle. So you have to take the action, like what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what will I change next week. So all of this, no feedback is equal to no growth. No feedback equal to no growth. You have to have the feedback. Without feedback you cannot grow. Eight point is pain avoidance kill dreams. So behavior economic loss. You have to focus on, like, associate more pain, more hard work, not acting than acting. So not acting equal to regret. You have to feel the wasted year, wasted time. So acting is a temporary discomfort. You feel discomfort for the temporary, but in the long term you can feel so highly successful. Okay, so temporarily now this time you can feel uncomfortable, not good, but in the long term you can feel very good with that. Okay, so acting equal to temporary discomfort, but in the long term you are going to feel achievement, you are going to achieve your life. Ninth point is social environment safe density. Okay, so my study says that you have to limit your exposure to negative people, because when you limit your exposure to negative people, you connect with the positivity, you around yourself with the positive people, and then that positivity going to help you to reduce the negativity from your things, and increase the exposure to the achievers, to people, even digitally, even non-digitably. So you achieve more exposure of the people who are the achievers, who are already successful. Your standard rise automatically when you limit your exposure to the negative people. 10th point is like time horizon separate winners from quitters. So it's like a high achievers thinks in decade, high achievers thinks for the 5 year, 10 years, but losers they thinks in days, for the 1 days, 2 days. So when things feel slow, ask where will this compound in 3 to 5 years. Compounding is the invisible at first but unstoppable later. So compounding is very important. The universal achievement formula is clarity plus identity plus daily action plus feedback plus time is equal to achievement. So repeat with me, clarity plus identity plus daily action plus feedback plus time is equal to achievement. No exception, no shortcuts. So you already have enough intelligence, resources, and actions. What you lack is long term discipline, long term execution, not knowledge. You have all the knowledge. Now this time everywhere is knowledge, everywhere is information, on media, on social platforms, everywhere is all types of the knowledge. But the important is we lack long term discipline. What is long term discipline? You are thinking about for decade, not you think about 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. You are not thinking in days, you are looking for the long term. So focus on long term discipline, long term execution, not for the short term. So uh, you focus on the long term, not on the short term focus. Most of the people, they think about that what I'm going to do for the today, for tomorrow, but you have to plan, you have to think about the long term, you have to think about for 5 year, 10 year, for decade. So it's highly important. So suppose I provide you 90-day achievement blueprint. So what it should be, 19 days is the optimal window because the human brain adapt behaviorally within 60 to 90 days. That become your habit, and you can focus on first phase. You focus on clarity and strategy. What is clarity and strategy? You have to define one dominant goal. What is your one dominant goal? And then you have to only one outcome matters, only one outcome matters in the next 90 days. Suppose example, you have to generate 500 paid workshop registration. Suppose I want to generate 500 paid workshop registration for my workshop, Sunday business growth workshop by Arvind Upadhyay. So suppose example, like this is my clarity goal, this is my goal. Suppose second goal is my reaching 10 lakh monthly revenue with my workshop. So it's like anything I have clear about goals. Third, like building the personal authority with 100k followers. So I have to write that in the clarity, like in the next 90 days I have to achieve this much by doing this much consistently. So this is going to be you're defining one dominant goal, what the goals you are going to follow for the next 90 days. Second, this step is you have defined the identity. Identity means your brain obeys identity, not your desire. Whose type of the man you are, that your brain identify. So you say, I want to grow. I am a disciplined operator who execute daily. That's not matter. You have to be very clear that I I am the type of the person who works daily, who works on the high leverage actions even when I don't feel like that. So you have to decide your identity statement, like I'm this type of the person that achieve that goals. Okay, so you have to decide that I'm that type of the person, I'm growth mindset person, I have to achieve this. So second phase, you have to system design for your 90 days. You have to choose three high leverage action only. So suppose example, like you have a business growth daily lead generation activity. You have to focus on your ad, your content, your outreach, like daily authority building, video post, email. Then daily conversion activity, follow up, sales call. So for example, you have to focus on three high leverage action daily only. Okay, so everything else is a noise. Step 4 is like environment engineering. Phone away while working. You have to fix your working time. You have to same place, same time, quality daily. Discipline is an environment problem, not a character problem. So you have to be very disciplined for that. Third page says about execution and momentum. So daily non-negotiable routine, deep work, like you have to deep work, flow state, 10-minute planning, 60 to 90-minute one deep task, 10-minute reviews. So no multitasking, no notification. Third, sixth step is dopamine control. You have to focus on dopamine spike should come from effort, not reward. So when you do the actions, automatically you find the dopamine in your rate. So you find the awards for that base. So no reward before work. You have to work, then you can get the reward for that. Reward after completion of your work, not before that. Like actually we can make have the very good ideas, but ideas that not matter, but it's like when we work so hardly on them, then we can achieve the dopamine that category on that base. So feedback and optimization, you have to think weekly review system. So what work at, what didn't, what to. So pain association rewriting, like if I don't do this today, where will I be in 1 year? So no 0 days. And what next level, like